I loved his. I feel like I've said this a gazillion times. So sometimes when, whatever. I loved his love for his sister. I loved his dedication. I loved the sacrifices he made. I loved everything that he did for. I think that was what first sort of drew me into him.
Also very admirable.
Yeah. Sure was.
Anyway, hello.
Next.
Hello.
Hi.
Question is for Joel. Are any of the places you've eaten at going to make it onto your blog?
Are there, sorry?
Your Happy Opu blog?
Is there any
places in Atlanta?
in Atlanta?
We were saying last night she should blog.
Yeah, but this is the problem, is that we go out to dinner and we order all this food and then the animals attack the food and I can't take any pictures of it. I'm also an animal, and it's like halfway through eating where we're like, oh, I should have written about this. But like, I find that, and I've heard that people appreciate the blogs with the photos more. But I have a few ideas up my sleeve, and as soon as I just wrapped my show and this is happening, and I have to move back to Vancouver and move into a new house. So as soon as that's all done and I'm settled, I promise you that I'll write far more often than I do. I will, promise.
It was a great meal. I was just saying you could probably find some of the pictures from the website of the restaurant itself.
I could. What was the place we went to the night before? Rathbun's? That was awesome too. Really good. Food here is super good. You done? You done?
What's your name?
My name's Alicia.
Nisha?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Hi. Love your show, love all your work that you do. This question is for Sean. When I watched your show, my husband turned me on to it. Your character that you play really got me with the brotherly and sisterly love, the way that you two interacted. It's very, very similar to my brothers and I. We were very close. You know, if anything happened to them, I'd move heaven and earth for them. And I wanted to know where you got your inspiration for that.
I have also, I'm one of three, so I have an older sister, younger brother. I'm sorry?
I'm the eldest.
I'm the middle child.
MC is middle child syndrome.
Explains a lot.
Makes so much sense, right? So I drew a lot from that, but it was sort of a combination because when we first started working together, it was really like her first job, and I instantly took a very protective, nurturing way with her. It was easy to do with her. She's so sweet and lovely, and so a lot of it was sort of, yes, I was drawing from experiences that I've had where I feel like I would do anything for my siblings, and then here I had this wonderful actress who I was just meeting and just getting to know, and our time together and our scenes together were so intimate and special, and that was impossible not to let that relationship blossom just from us being people together. So it was a combination of my own experiences and then the relationship I had with Summer.
So serious.
Yeah, I know, that got weird.
But the thing that balances that out is she was such a delicate jewel, not jewel, but like gem. I should say gemstone.
Gemstone.
A delicate flower, but
backtrack much?
We wanted to protect her, and yet, of course, Nathan decided to make her the set scapegoat. So, and only Nathan could have gotten away with sort of instituting that policy that anything that went wrong was Summer's fault.
Literally.
Yeah.
Anytime anything went wrong, we would all say,
Yeah, Summer! Summer! But if any of us else had tried that, if Joss had done it, would have been really, she would have.
Summer would say, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
Like, Summer, we're kidding. You didn't screw that up. It's okay.
And then Nathan would walk by and say, yeah, you did. But he'd say it so charmingly that she would just laugh.
she's so quiet all the time. She's very soft-spoken. We're all sitting around and Nathan looked at her and he's like, God, Summer, can you ever just shut up? And she was like, sorry.
You've probably had this question before, but why was that particular hat chosen for you to get for Jane to get from his mom? Because now we have so many people walking around declaring they can't
So
How many? 22?
That's actually, that's a lot smaller.
Well, Joss addressed this at Comic-Con when we had our 10th anniversary. He mentioned that, first of all, it was this, the reason it's lasted so long because it's this kind of iconic piece of memorabilia that is A, colorful, B, lightweight, C, cheap to produce. But, you know, and it's like, it's a complete non sequitur, and he's a big fan of those things. Like you're wandering down, like that dress is kind of like a non sequitur. It's just this beautiful birthday cake in a dead end alley. That just, why is that there? And they just wanted to sort of give something, a soft touch to Jane for that episode. And, I embraced it wholeheartedly because. When I finally saw the thing, I said, I'm gonna wear that in every damn scene. and Tim Minear, who directed that episode, he goes, really? Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, come on. Until the funeral, or take it off for the out of respect for the dearly departed. Well, he wasn't so dear.
It wasn't so dear.
It wasn't so dear, but it was very respects. So it worked out like that. It was just a hat from Mom. And he tasked someone who could knit in the office to make one. I said, go ahead, make it. And that's what we came up with. They built two, and one, the knitter, what's that what you call it? The knitter kept, and the other one we put up for auction and for charity, and it brought in $5,000. So. Really the only way I can justify sort of keeping some of those things. Well, I'll keep it for a little while and then I better auction it off for charity. But nobody's getting the knife.
Hi, my name is Tasha Cox. I'm from here in Atlanta, and I'm sorry I can't stand up, but I wanted to ask Adam about your other guest starring roles that you've had in other shows, because I know I've seen you a couple of times with David on Bones and also on Angel back when it was on. So could you tell me about how you feel whenever you have a chance to be on a show with someone that you've been on the show in the past?
What's your name, darling?
I'm sorry, Tasha.
Tasha. Thank you. First of all, David Boreanaz, for anybody knows him or met him, is one of the coolest dudes in the world. And when I was fortunate enough to get hired onto Angel, that he was basically the conduit for why I got that. It was just one-off episode on Bones, and he was really the guy that said, "Yeah, oh yeah, hire him for that." And I see him at hockey games. We were there when the Kings they got the Stanley Cup this year. He was there with his 10-year-old boy, and he got to go down to the locker room and drink out of the cup. So, I didn't want to push myself down there, I felt like it's kind of overstepping, name drop myself, so come on, Luke, Robitaille, let me down there. God, am I on a tangent? Anyway, Angel was good, Joss got me that job, and then David helped me get the other one on Bones, but David's a great guy, and it was nice to work with him, so, I like that there. Where is that child? Beautiful. Happy child. It's like music.
Question over here. Hi, name's John. Love your work. That is my child, by the way, so I take responsibility. I'm actually active duty Marine, and of course I'm attached to your role as animal mother. And I was curious to know.
Thank you for your service.
I was actually curious to know, in your mind, what's the relation between Jane and Animal Mother? What would you draw from Animal Mother as Jane, or did you?
Well, again, when I was doing that, I was minimally trained. I know you guys go through a lot more than I did, so nothing but regard and respect. So, yeah. I've learned more in my private life about weapons and systems than I have in shows. So, I look at pictures of myself and I got my finger right on the trigger. It's like, dude, it's just so bad. Stupid actor. I don't know, it's just me. I think flash forward a few years, a couple hundred years. The ethos comes from my dad taking me to shoot him up movies. When I was a kid, I fell in love with movies because my dad, he liked those Dirty Harry movies and the Clint Eastwood westerns, and he would take me to those. So that's the kind of stuff that I aspire to. It's like in my blood. So, all right. We're up.
Okay, this is for all three of you. I was wondering, do you have a favorite line from your character in the show, and if you wouldn't mind saying it?
My very favorite guy.
Going on a year now, I had nothing twixt my nose. Yeah.
I'm kind of partial to, can I know her?
It's okay to leave them to die.
This will be our last question of the day.
Sorry.
Time marches on, folks. I'm sorry.
Better not be for Adam.
And pressure.
Hi, my name's Amanda. I have a pretty lame question for all three of you guys. Just what's the most fun you had on the set of Firefly, either filming or like offset shenanigans?
There's so many. I don't know why my head just went to poor Marina and the sunburn in her cleavage.
Why did your head just go there?
I was like, Marina's burnt boobs. That was the funniest thing ever. Not for her.
That's pretty funny. I remember being in that dress from Shindig and Marina in a a tiny, tiny little bathroom stall with me, holding the dress up while I peed. Super fun. No.
Sister. I love playing that goofy card game that I had no idea what it was, but you had that line, plums are tall.
Oh, yeah.
And you were sitting there going, what the hell is this game? It's like, just do it. You know, plums are tall, and here's a couple of no idea what we're doing.
We had a lot of fun. I think like
Oh, that basketball game.
that was fun. Every time I watch an episode, there's a new memory that's triggered.
We also got a little thing
It's the last day. It was the last day of shooting the movie.
It's that amazing scene where Summer runs across.
Yeah, she
when the
says,
lights go.
my turn, and then runs.
My turn. She
jumps
runs and dives, and Ross sort of just like. So we were hanging out waiting. We had to wait. Like,
She had to do her whole fight.
She had to do the whole fight first, and like da da da. So we had to hang out for probably like 8 hours or something. So we were like, let's go to the liquor store. So we went.
By like 5 in the afternoon, we were like, well, it's Gina, me and you.
All we had to do was
Ellen.
go back in, lay down while Summer ran
So,
by. So
yeah.
it's not like we had to speak, be coherent. So it's not like we were being irresponsible. So we just decided. I think we held court in Miranda's trailer, and everyone came by. Suddenly we were like, I'm really drunk.
And they were like, everybody on set.
Ready, you guys? And we're like, no, not that bad.
Professional show business, ladies. Professional show business.
Thank you, Sean, Julie, and Adam, for spending some time with us today. We hope it was as fun for you as it was for us.
Thank you, Hotlanta.
Thank you guys so much for having us again.
The big day of heroes, ladies and gentlemen. As you exit the ballroom, please make sure you take all your belongings with you and stay in an orderly fashion. Don't step over one another. Be safe, and hope you get to go out there and have some more fun. Thank you for being a part of the session today.